Namaste student, myself JV Nanshika Kushwaha, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Department of Food and Biotechnology. Our subject is Fundamental of Biotechnology and today's session is Introduction and Screening Techniques for Identification of Recombinants. So here we are starting. First of all, we will know what is selection process. After the introduction of recombinant DNA into the host cell, it is essential to identify those cells which are received are recombinant DNA molecules like screening or selection. And this, the vector or foreign DNA present in the recombinant cell express certain characters or traits, while non-recombinant do not express the trait, following the method of screening or selection for the recombinant clones. First is direct selection of recombinant. In this, it is the simplest example of direct selection occur when the desired gene specify resistance to an antibiotic. As an example, we will consider an experiment to clone the gene for kanamycin resistance from plasmid R65. So the plasmid carrier gene for resistance to four antibiotic kanamycin, chloramphenicol, streptomycin, and sulfonamide. The kanamycin resistance gene lies within one of 13 E. coli fragment. And to clone this gene, the EcoR1 fragment of R65 would be inserted into E. coli 1 site of a vector such as PBR32 322, and the ligated mix will comprise many copies of 13 DNA recombinant DNA molecules. So next is the insertional inactivation and selection method. In this, insertional inactivation is the active inactivation of gene upon insertion of another gene in its place or within its coding sequence. This help in selection of recombinant colonies in RDNA technology. Insertional inactivation method is selection of recombinant. In this, first one is non-transferred and second type is transferred. In this, first non-transfer cannot grow on ampicillin or tetracycline medium, and then in transform, only transform colony can grow in ampicillin or tetracycline containing medium. So in transform, there are two methods: transformed with non-recombinant or unaltered vector can grow in both ampicillin and tetracycline containing medium, and second is transformed with recombinant vector. In this, carrying our gene of interest, transformed recombinant can grow only in ampicillin medium and cannot grow on tetracycline medium due to insertion inactivation. So recombinant colonies can be easily selected from the master plate. So next is blue white screening. It is a powerful method for screening recombinant. In this method, a reported gene LAGZ is inserted in the vector encodes beta galactoside. So, if a foreign gene is inserted into LAGZ, this gene will be inactivated. Therefore, no blue color will develop. So the host cells containing recombinant will form white color substrate on the medium containing X-gal. The host cell containing non-recombinant will turn blue in color. On the basis of colony color, the recombinants can be selected. Next is a colony hybridization technique. In this technique, colony blot hybridization is applied to DNA or RNA released from blotted microbial colonies. The microbial colonies are transferred or blotted to a membrane. The RNA or DNA is fixed to the filter and hybridized with a labeled probe, and then blocking reagent may be added prior to the probe to prevent unspecific binding, and then excess probe is washed away and the membrane is visualized by UV or autoradiography. In this, colony blot hybridization can be used for screening clone or bacteria isolates. The next is immunological tests. In this, instead of radio labeling of DNA molecule, antibodies are used to identify the colonies, develop the synthesized antigens encoded by foreign DNA present in plasma of bacterial clones. In this, lysis of cells using chloroform, vapor or high temperature, or making gentle contact with a solid support, then detection of antigen antibody complex by incubating the cellulose filter paper with a radio labeled second antibody, and the antibodies which do not react are washed off, and the determination of antigen antibody complex is determined by passing through X-ray. So this is all about the process of the introduction and screening for identification of recombinants. And hope you will like this video. This video is generated by JVW Digital 2.0 version. If you have any kind of query, you can write down in comment section. I will resolve it.